A WWE star has undergone a name change. Triple H was apparently not into a current on-screen pairing, and we've got an update on a split WWE tag team. Stay tuned for all the deets. So one man who has been quite conspicuous by his absence at recent WWE shows has been the guy running the show itself, Triple H.
Yeah, where's he been?
He's just been everywhere but the show itself, it feels. But he's not been away like all the time, but quite a lot, which is odd considering the guy beforehand apparently famously never missed one.
Yeah.
So it was reported by both PW Insider and Fightful Select that Triple H wasn't backstage at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah for Saturday night's main event, though he was apparently present at Friday Night SmackDown the night before. Fightful noted that Bruce Pritchard was in the same boat, whereas PW Insider explained that they were told Bruce Pritchard was actually leading the broadcast, in which fans saw a brand new heavyweight champion in CM Punk and a new WWE Women's Champion in Jade Cargill, which makes it quite a notable show.
Yes, yeah, it was. A lot of things happened that show. People were quite. I don't want to even say divided about the main event.
No, it was sort of like okay. Well, what is this?
Yeah, but Triple H being absent from this, I guess Bruce Pritchard is sort of his right-hand man when it comes to this stuff. So if Triple H is off doing something else, then I mean, Bruce Pritchard is the guy to sort of just step in and oversee everything, I guess.
I'm wondering though, which one is like if Pritchard was there running the show, or if Pritchard was also absent, because we've got a bit of a conflicting report going on there. But it was reported a few weeks ago, just on the whole Triple H not being at shows front. There was apparently some concern in WWE over Triple H's string of absences recently, with worry that his political priorities could negatively affect the company, though there were apparently quite a few conflicting opinions on this topic. Yeah. I remember at the time it's like, all of these dates have been like pre-approved. Everybody knows he's not going to be there, so there is a structure in place for each of these shows. Obviously, there's benefits to him politically posturing and putting the company in different positions, but I guess, a lot of people are quite concerned that it's like, I thought you'd be there every single time.
Yeah, and I guess as well, like whilst you said, I think it's quite good to have a sort of structure, knowing when he's not going to be at these shows and whatnot. Yeah. But it's live television a lot of the time, and things can change on a whim. Yeah,
it's like obviously there'll be fallback plans. So like if anything goes wrong, then this is what happens with the match. But if everything went wrong, or if it was an event where he was away and not able to make it, and then we had a situation like the volcano thing pop off where half the roster is just stranded in Europe, like what happens then? So exactly. I guess that we might just be preconditioned to the old way of how the company was run, and this is more of a means of allowing him to go out there and I guess be an ambassador for the brand in political circles or wherever he is. Obviously he's done the Kill Tony thing as well, which I think he missed a Raw for. But there's just been sort of more Triple H appearing further afield than just pro wrestling recently, which it's quite weird, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. I guess that's their whole sort of thing at the moment, though, isn't it? Is sort of trying to broaden their horizons to bring other sort of...
When I was in university in 2009, they called it transmedia, and it meant the media beyond media. Whoa. And what it really meant was just basically like, going out there and sort of getting yourself involved with everything. It doesn't exactly surprise me that he's out there doing any of this stuff.
No, for sure.
It is interesting whenever he isn't present, especially for such a big show. But moving on, we had a bit of concerning news about Pretty Deadly over the weekend. That after Friday Night SmackDown, it was like, it looks like they're dunzos. Oh, no. Looks like they're completely dunzos. So Kit Wilson appeared on SmackDown with new music, wrestling Carmelo Hayes one-on-one in a very rare singles outing. Commentary was sort of talking about elements of Pretty Deadly being old as well. Yeah. And that led to a lot of people immediately kind of going,
we can't be doing
Have they internally split them up? So obviously Elton Prince has been out injured since I think May.
A while,
was it a shooting star press? I think that connected badly with him. But that kind of only furthered the belief that, Kit Wilson's flying solo. This might be the end forever of Pretty Deadly. Wilson tweeted out after this saying, new music, who dis? Which was quoted by a fan who asked, Twin, did you break up with Elton? And Kit Wilson, to respond and sort of clarify the situation, responded with, I'll never break up with that man. So will this prove to be right is the question. This is pro wrestling. Will we see Elton Prince and Pretty Deadly return, or are we going to see Wilson and physically break up the tag team the second Elton Prince is able to come back, or somewhere down the road.
I don't want that to happen at all. I feel like sort of they've not really got their foot in as a tag team on the main roster yet. Well, to start with, it felt like, okay, this is quite exciting. The SmackDown tag team division is already quite brilliant as it is, and these two fantastic on NXT UK and on NXT the brand itself as well. And like when they got moved up to the main roster, it was something fresh, it was something different.
They just stood out, didn't they?
They did,
immediately.
And like them as tag team is really arsehole sort of just bastard tag team champions. Yeah, exactly. But you can't help but not love them at the same time. They're like
lovable rogues.
Yeah, they are. And I think there's still something there for them to do within that division as well. So hopefully they don't sort of break them up. But I think sort of in a similar situation to how like the War Raiders were as well, where you have one of them out injured, you've got the other one. Let's put them in a prominent singles position, so they're not really getting lost in the shuffle.
That's it. They're not getting forgotten about. If it is just that, I'd kind of hope it is, because Pretty Deadly are a team I don't really ever want to see split.
I mean, they're so good together. They're so good together, and you can put them in all different kinds of scenarios together, and it just works.
Oh yeah, the contrast especially, whenever that's like amplified, it's even funnier.
1,000%.
Always works. But keeping it here with WWE though, Zelina Vega recently formed an on-screen alliance with real-life husband Aleister Black, coming together on the pre-Crown Jewel edition of SmackDown, where she helped him overcome Damian Priest in a last man standing match. WWE are either leaning into this or just reverting back to their old ways here. However, as Zelina Vega, if you go to the internal roster page on WWE.com, is now simply listed as Zelina. It's unknown why the changes happen at this stage, but it's come in the aftermath of all of this stuff, obviously. The pair have continued to work together on subsequent episodes of SmackDown as well since Crown Jewel, so I think it could just be the old ways of who needs a surname. Just
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Nothing's leaner than just Zelina.
Yeah, that's
there
true.
You go. See, that could be a catchphrase if she wants it.
Initially, when I saw the story, I was like, "Oh, have they changed it to Zelina Black, or like what are we doing here? Could it be that we're moving toward that? Could it simply just be?" No, just Zelina.
It just happens, doesn't it?
It does.
We see it just sort of occur just randomly from time to time. Like either a first name or a second name gets dropped. Like I feel like I don't.
It's like one of the most WWE things ever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, to be honest. But at least it's not a really egregious one where it's something completely different and new just for no apparent reason.
Of course, but just keeping it with Black and Zelina here as well. So as we said, the formation came from that last man standing match, but when it comes together to their on-screen partnership, just generally, one man was initially not convinced in putting them together on screen, and that was once again WWE's Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque. Now speaking with Sports Illustrated, Aleister Black discussed how things came together, and he revealed that when he first pitched the idea, Triple H just wasn't sold on it. What did he say?
He said, when I got back, the conversation arose again, and initially Triple H was not really into it, but I think that with the success of AJ and CM Punk and Seth and Becky, I think that he kind of went like, you know what, this might actually really work. Yeah.
Well, it seems that, we're leaning into kind of couples warfare now.
It feels that way. Is that what we're getting at Survivor Series?
Yeah,
another gang warfare?
Gang warfare, married warfare.
Oh, come on now. Yes, please.
I think that they can work really nicely together as a unit. I think
agree.
They just need the right presentation, the right feud, and then it can be gangbusters.
I think so too. I think Zelina's a brilliant figure to have, and as she was with like Andrade and whatnot as well. I think she's like a really cool managerial type valet to have.
But then she can also wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. Which is amazing. I've seen a lot of people sort of compare it to Scarlett and Karrion Kross in the presentation, and sort of like the gothy nature of it all and whatnot.
I've seen some of that sort of groundswell.
But maybe
online.
if they do something a little bit different from that, and I think Zelina and Alistair will, because they're incredibly creative people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I don't mind the partnership at all. I think being husband and wife, they know each other inside and out, which sounds a bit weird when I say that, but you know what I mean.
Being husband and wife, they know each other inside and out.
That's what I creatively, everybody.
But in the end, eventually, Alistair Black said Triple H gave in, bringing them together for the partnership. Black did note, though, as you were kind of touching on there, that they were constantly working on elements such as presentation for their act going forward. So whatever they're going to do, you know, it's going to be something unique. So I'm hoping that we get something really nice out of this. But yeah, that's it for your first dose of wrestling news for the day. We'll be back later on with some more news when it breaks. But in the meantime, have a lovely morning. We'll catch you in a bit.